Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF um, NXT. I, Gorilla Monsoon, here with Pat McAfee and with Booker T. And here on NXT, first off, we're going to say how we're sorry about how the match yesterday ended. We didn't want to end the film the way we did. By mistake, when we went to put Seth Rollins or Paulie Dangerously down or Omos or Aziz or Xia Li, it bumped the plug in the web shooter, and that's what ended the film. The truth is, we didn't want to end that film that way, and we didn't have enough time to start filming everything again. So that's why the film ended, the way that it ended yesterday. Well, that might that most likely be true, Pat McAfee says. Sometimes you have no running lead over things, and sometimes you don't have enough time to do things, even after a mistake or a mishap has happened. And now here comes Father Yule, or Santa Claus. Great, Booker T says. Wonderful. We have to see him. Did you know I played him one year? Did you know back in 2011 YL, I played him one year on Friday Night SmackDown? I did a spinneroonie, because Mick Foley thought that my spinneroonie might be, take the stead of the Jewish folks spinning their thing around. Yeah, I was quite aware of that, Gorilla Monsoon says, and I think you did kind of well for yourself doing that. So you're going to tell me, Booker T, you're going to tell me now, Pat McAfee says you got to buy no Father Yule because you had to play him one year? No, I'm just telling you that's what happened one year. That I played him one year, and that's what happened. Ho, ho, ho. Happy Yule. I know that it's me. I know it's not Yule yet. That we're in the 11th month. And if you're in the 4-1 Reichs, then you're looking forward to Thanksgiving. And I know a lot of folks out there, will say, Santa Claus, Father Yule, why are you showing up, early? Well, I know that skilled wrestling businesses won't offshoot Santa Claus until at least the end of the 11th month, going into the 12th month. But at the end of the day, I like to get a head start on all that. Now, I have a list, and I have been looking over it more than once. And I need to say that there are a lot of good folks on that list. And at the same time, there are a lot of, good folks. A lot of folks on the good list, and there are some folks, on the bad list. Now, these folks can always get themselves on the good list. It's not me putting them on the good list or the bad list. That is God and Jesus doing due to their deeds. I don't even know why I even still have a list, to be earnest with you. All I know, Gorilla Monsoon says, we have Brock Lesnar in the ring, and he's always known to fuck with folks. Alright, Brock Lesnar, what do you want? Cut the shit, Father Yule. I know all about your good list, your bad list, and about how that's all bullshit. You're going to tell me that you know when I'm awake, you know when I'm asleep, you know if I've been bad or good. The only one that would know all of that would be God and Jesus. Yes, God and Jesus give me insight to who's awake, who's asleep, who's bad, who's good. But I'm not here to doom anyone for either being good or being bad. I'm here to bring the love, the kindness, and the forgiveness that, Jesus gave when he was alive. So, is there some gifts in that bag? Or are you just fucking around? Not, what do you mean I'm not fucking around? No, I'm not. And Brock, this bag doesn't have any gifts in it, but there's another bag that does. But it would be unfair, Brock, if you got your gift ahead of everyone else around the world. No, I think that you should give me my gift now. That's the way I think of it. And if you don't, then what's going to happen is what happens to Father Yule every time that he's in a wrestling ring. Every time he's in a wrestling ring, do you not know what happens to Father Yule? I don't care if that's WWE or TNA or MLW, NWA, AEW, or OVW. It never ends well for Father Yule. And it's Shrek. Alright, sorry that I got lost and I lost the TWF Tag Team winnings. But no, you're not going to beat up on Santa Claus or Father Yule. I don't care if that's what happens in WWE or TNA or MLW or AEW or OVW or whatever. You're not doing it on my watch. Shrek, I already got done beating up a fake star man by the name of Buzz Lightyear. Don't make me have to beat up on a fake ogre. I am not a fake ogre. Hold it. Fighting is not right. Alright? Shrek, I know that you seek to be good. And I know deep down inside you do got a kind heart. Brock, I know somewhere in there's a kind heart too. And you don't want to beat me up, Brock. Oh, that's bullshit. I still want to beat you up, Santa Claus. Don't lie. You're a former WWE 24/7 fighter. You're also a former TWF 24/7 fighter too. So I know you won. I knew you at least won a match once. And I say, no, you're not doing it. Okay. Hey! You're not going to put a hand on Father. Mimi, I can't let you in right now. I'm busy. You're not going to put your hand, on Father Yule. That's not going to happen. Mimi, I can't let you in. I'm busy. And even if I do let you in, Mimi, where are you going to be? Yeah, we're going to be pup. Well, because you're upset that everybody's downstairs working or something. Oh, I think I'll beat you up and say, whoa, Brock Lesnar's got Shrek and F5'd him. Now it's going to be your turn. Do I get my gift or do I have to F5 you too? Brock, I don't know what your bind is, but you like to go around and behave. as if you can do whatever the hell you want because you were what? A former NFL football player, a former beginner a former MACC, whatever, MACC, whatever, skilled beginner wrestler, a former UFC fighter, a WWE wrestler. You're not going to be beating up on Father Yule. And I don't care if you were in UFC, NFL, or WWE, or OVW, wherever. That's not happening. Father Yule says, first off, now you're on a bad list now. Now you're on a bad list now, Brock Lesnar, for what you did. I say we have a match between Shrek and Brock Lesnar here today on NXT. Come on, let's get out of here. Well, now Gorilla Monsoon says, we now know what's going on, Gorilla Monsoon says. You know, we gotta get a fight keeper in the ring now. And sadly, Brock Lesnar does have the upper hand. Hi, Mimi. Mimi! Because Brock Lesnar got the upper hand. You know, and he's picking up Shrek. Gorilla Monsoon said, drop. Yeah, Pat McAfee says, this was the same man who wanted to beat up Santa Claus or Father Yule because he wasn't going to get his Yule gift early. Yeah, well, Booker T says, you learned a long time ago when dealing with Brock Lesnar, that's the way he's always been. His run in the first run in WWE, his 2F run in WWE, his time in NFL and the UFC as well. And Shrek hasn't, and he's a creep all the same, Pat McAfee says. Booker T says, say that to the man who's sending who is sending Shrek to suplex Stead. If there is a near call that or not. Brock Lesnar having his way with Shrek, but now Shrek just came back. And Shrek just body slammed the unbeatable, unstoppable Brock Lesnar. Another body slam, Gorilla Monsoon says. So you think it was right that Brock Lesnar could beat up? You thought it was right for Brock Lesnar going to beat up on Father Yule Santa Claus? Give me a break, Gorilla Monsoon says. Well, I didn't say it was right, Booker T says. But I said that's what happens. And that's mostly what happens to Father Yule and every skilled wrestling business passing out. And now Shrek right now. It's going to come from the top steeple, Gorilla Monsoon says. Uh-oh. Brock Lesnar F5. Shrek again. It looks like this match is over, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah, Pat McAfee says. I mean, I do have onlook for Shrek standing up for Father Yule and taking a beating. But I don't know if there's going to be enough to beat Shrek. Booker T says, Shrek, he's an ogre. But at the end of the day, even an ogre can lose, you know, to Brock Lesnar. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar has beat Shrek here today on NXT, Gorilla Monsoon says. And that's what he wanted to do to Santa Claus, to Father Yule, Gorilla Monsoon says. Which I played once. Which I played him back and on a following of Wrestling Dare and 9 between 94 YL. And that's the man that Brock Lesnar wanted to beat up. Yes, Pat McAfee says, I'm quite aware, Gorilla Monsoon, you played Santa Claus or called yourself Gorilla Claus for a following of Wrestling Dare in 9 between 94 YL though. At the same time, Brock Lesnar likes to beat up on folks. That's just the way he is. And beating up on Father Yule, well, that was a truly sad thing. Well, Booker T says, like we say, That's all the things that have happened to Santa Claus, Father Yule, and every skilled wrestling business past to now. He's either been played by a heel wrestler that did heelish shit, or played by a good wrestler who's either gotten beat up and lost a match. All right, take it away now. Take it away, Gene Okerlund. Thank you, Gorilla Monsoon. I'm going to be talking with Brock Lesnar here today on NXT. All right, Brock Lesnar. I never did talk with you in your first run in WWF, WWE, in your 2-whip run. You wanted to beat up on Santa Claus because you thought you should have the right to get your Yule gift first. Listen up, Gene Okerlund. I, Brock Lesnar. I am a former NFL football player, UFC fighter, WWE wrestler. And if I want to get my Yule gift early, then I'll get my Yule gift early. Well, sometimes... Shit! Did you mean to do that to me? No. That was wakefulness. Oh, I can't stand up now. Stand up. No, that was wakefulness. No, I didn't mean to do that to you. That was wakefulness. Alright, anyway, if I do whatever I want to do, I did it in the NFL, I did it in the UFC, and I do it in WWE. And who cares if it was on a football field, a fighting ring, or a wrestling ring. And at the end of the day, if I want to get my Yule gifts early, then I get my Yule gifts early. And Shrek gets in my business. Well, thank God Shrek did get in your business, Brock Lesnar. Or Santa Claus or Father Yule, whatever anyone wants to call him, would have been beat up. Snook. But that's what they do. That's what happens to them in every skilled wrestling business, Gene Okerlund. I mean, you've been around for a long time. You know how things are. Yes, that's true, Brock Lesnar. But as you know, Santa Claus was never a wrestler, never a fighter. So it would be wrong for you to do that to him. Yeah, that's whatever. That's my talk with Brock Lesnar. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking with Brock Lesnar here today on NXT. And that's all the time we got here for NXT. I, Gorilla Monsoon, with Pat McAfee and Booker T, would hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite or Mike.